So did you always have a knack for that kind of thing, or is that something you grew into?
Like, I'm blocking for Marshawn Lynch.
Well,
I wouldn't say a knack, but I did. Like, I kind of caught interest in it when I was at Bake Home.
WNBA draft night, was it crazy?
It was definitely crazy.
All right, fellas. And first of all, man, I'm glad to have y'all gentlemen here, man.
Appreciate you for having us.
Appreciate you for having us. I see y'all doing the work. I see y'all on the podcast, man, and I see y'all out in public at a lot of the games, basketball, football, you name it. And we done dapped each other up in passing, but never just got to officially meet. Right. So you Dwayne, right?
Yes, sir.
You Darnell.
Yes, sir.
Big twin, little twin.
Yes, sir.
Dope. Okay, man, take me from the beginning, because I believe we all from the town, right? We all from Tulsa.
Well,
Oklahoma.
we was born in New York, but
so
that's we from Tulsa though. You know
I feel
what I mean?
Okay, so at what age did y'all make that move?
It was eight. We born in 84, 92. Yeah, so 92. Yeah.
Okay, so the first 8 years of your life, do y'all got any memory of that still?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, running around the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The block we was born on. His family or whatever, just running around. Always going to a little arcade thing we had on our block or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my dad's family is up there. My mom's family is here.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay, now was that New York experience? Was it just like you see in the movies and on the TV
just
shows?
Just like Paid in Full?
Yeah.
When it first come on and you can hear it in the background say, shout out to the 49ers.
Uh-huh.
That's our block.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like whatever's going on Paid in Full, that was real. That's one of the main reasons why we moved here. Our grandma wanted to get us away from all that activity and stuff up there.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what's wild to that point. Like, everybody that I've run into in Oklahoma that's from one of those marquee cities, and I'm like looking at them like, how in the hell you get here from there? Yeah. And they always correct me like, yo, everything that you in love with, we done lived it. We ready for a different type.
I couldn't move back there, though. It's too much. It's too fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're on the highway going 2 miles, take you about 50 minutes. Here you on the highway going 2 miles. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much.
Were y'all doing a whole lot on foot, too?
Yeah, for sure. You ain't have no choice, you know what I mean? Or catching the cab somewhere.
Cab fare out the ass. Yeah. I would imagine that's a lot. Okay, so what was that culture shock like when y'all finally moved?
Well, we was young, so wasn't really. The only difference is like 100 kids on the street playing. Then you move here, like on your street, maybe 2 or 3 people outside because we had first moved out east. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we had 2 kids. Matter of fact, Chase and Dallas, one played in the NFL, one played in professional baseball. Mm-hmm. The first 2 kids we ever met, they went to high school in Jinx. Mm-hmm. But at the time, we was young kids. So it was just me, my brother, and them 2. You know what I mean?
Dope.
As young kids, yeah.
So when y'all made the move, did the whole fam move or did Pop stay?
No, Pops came for a little bit.
Yeah.
But he was in whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
But kind of went back, visit here and there, but eventually he just stayed, you know what I mean? So it was just me, my brother, my mom, and my grandma.
Yeah.
Actually, what happened was my grandma moved here with American Airlines. And Eton Thomas' dad moved here. They both worked at American Airlines too. Right. So that's kind of how Eton kind of moved. Eventually moved out here too, though.
So he's from up top originally as well?
His dad's from somewhere, but they best friends or whatever.
My
grandma and his dad was best friends.
Y'all got some rich history, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Did y'all make friends pretty easily with other folks?
Yeah.
Y'all seem real easy to get along with.
Yeah. It's weird because how it happened, I'll never forget it. We was at Albertsons. And I don't remember a lot. Albertsons out east. And we was walking down the aisle. My mom asked somebody, I don't know who it was. We don't know. She was like, I'll ask you 2 questions. Mm-hmm. I need a church, and she asked them a barber. I need a church and a barber.
Very vital.
And they told her Friendship Baptist Church. So we went to Friendship that next Sunday, and then our first barber was Reggie. Yeah. And once we went to Friendship, the rest is history. That's how we met everybody. That's how the Tisdale family kind of adopted us in and all that. So that's how we really eventually met everybody.
See, I don't necessarily have another big city experience to compare being raised to Oklahoma, but I just like the fact that everybody's sort of like fam.
Yeah,
if you don't know them directly, you know somebody know you secondhand.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's facts. Yeah.
So when did athletics begin for y'all? Was it always football?
We played baseball.
We
played baseball, so we played coach pitch. So we was first grade in New York. We played coach pitch first. We actually first time ever we played on separate teams. Yeah. I think my team, Harlem Little League.
That's
I can't remember my team name, but I just know we wore yellow uniforms and he wore black. So we played coach pitch, and then we moved down here. All we knew was baseball. We didn't play basketball. All we knew was baseball. So we
played soccer for 2 years, played 2 seasons of indoor, 2 seasons outdoor, got in baseball. We were still in baseball, real competitive. And then 5th grade is when we started playing football.
Charles Show, he probably
because we were so good in baseball.
Yep.
He was like, man, y'all fast. And then he just brung us out to football.
He told my mom, he was like, I'm taking him somewhere. And we didn't know where we was going. We had on a tank top, some jean shorts, and some low-cut shoes.
Yeah.
We went to football practice. I'm out here like, man, what are we doing? But I remember always watching the Dallas Cowboys, and Moose Johnson was 48. I'm like, I want to play fullback.
Yeah.
So that's how football started. And the credited football really changed our lives.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna get to that. Before we go down the football rabbit hole, though, which sport would you say you were the strongest at the earliest?
Baseball.
I'm
mad we quit. Yeah.
So it didn't take much for y'all to be nice at it.
No, we was I was we was good. We was good. Yeah, we stopped playing our freshman year at high schools because it was almost like football,
Coach
baseball.
Hill.
Yeah, and I tell Coach Hill all that all the time. You know, we real coach, the head coach of Muskogee.
Yeah,
like you made us. You know,
T-Hill.
But you know what I mean. I appreciate it, but I really, if one regret, I wish we would have kept playing baseball.
Yeah,
and my mom was like, "Y'all baseball. What are you quitting baseball for?" Yeah, yeah.
Were y'all pushed to athletics in the beginning, or it was just something was like, yo, man, I want to do this, or mom was like, yo, we got to do something.
I don't remember why but I can see, now going back and looking at it, it was probably to keep us out the streets.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Back then, it was too much going on. Our family, our block was a rich family, you know what I'm saying, just on some other type stuff, and she was keeping us away from it, I think that's what it was.
Shielding. Yeah. I respect that. Okay, so football, when y'all on to that chapter, you said it was new, sort of, but it sounds like you knew a little bit more than what you let know.
Just watching, because just to this day, I don't watch movies and nothing. I've been watching sports since we was babies. We ain't watching nothing. Even sports that we outside playing. That's all it was.
I missed that too, man.
You got to think, 149th is where we grew up. The Rucker Park was on 155th.
Yeah, it's right up the street.
So it's right up the street. We could walk to it.
Yeah,
that's all we knew was sports, basketball, and all that type of stuff.
Did it take a minute for y'all to get nice on that field, or for you to figure out what you was doing on that field?
It was. It's crazy.
It was crazy. Just I don't know why. You know, I'm big now, but I was a running back. He was quarterback.
That's when I started fullback. Coach was like, no.
Put you a quarterback.
Was that your first QB experience too? Like, hold up.
But we ain't do nothing but run quarterback. Buddha gave him the ball. That wasn't it. I ain't never throw it or nothing.
Man.
It off. Yeah.
And this was how?
We was in fifth grade when we first. We played in the Bear League, so we played against. We was the Bird Chargers or Birds, whatever. At 5th grade, we played against Foster, Lucci, Whitney. Yeah. We only had like 5 teams in the league. I remember telling my mom one of our Christmas presents was to play for the Bulldogs. We wanted to play for the Bulldogs, but she was like, "Nah, y'all ain't playing for the Bulldogs because Coach Show got y'all in it. Y'all sticking with him." So it was just 5 teams, you know what I mean, out in the Bear League out east. Yeah,
that's dope, man. Okay, did y'all? So you said the Christmas gift one time was to play.
Yeah,
well, I put it on my Christmas
gift. It was to play for the Bulldogs and to play for the Sun Devils baseball. They had a competitive baseball team. Yeah.
Oh, y'all was busy the whole calendar then.
Yeah, soccer, baseball, and football. Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. And I'm pretty sure that I know the answer to it because we always talk about these kids these days like we that old, but the reality is we getting up there.
Yeah.
Man, was there ever such thing as y'all being tired?
No.
I don't remember that.
Y'all just go all day strong.
Yeah, all day. Like today's world, the kids is on video games, cell phones. Like my mom, you get out the house. You know what I mean? It was never. I don't remember ever getting tired. You know what I mean?
And the only time we had to come in was time to eat.
Time to eat. Yeah, that's a fact.
Nah, I'll come in for that. Let me get on right back at that.
For sure.
All right, so was that Bulldogs experience?
We never played football.
Y'all never got to play. Wanted to.
My mom was loyal. She was like, "Nah, you sticking with Coach Show out here." Yeah,
we went to middle school, 6th grade. We went to Bird, so we played with Bird 6th grade, 7th grade, and he got kicked out of Bird 7th grade year. So he had to go to Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
So and then 8th grade, we played for Lewis and Clark.
Yo. Y'all taking me back to when the middle schools were
it was serious.
A, B, C, basketball.
Yes, man, numbers were
Some people had 3 C teams.
Yeah, right. And now you only see that at like Union.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Instead of saying ABC, they just switch colors. But we understand what's going on.
Yep.
All right, man, so you got to let me in on it. How'd you get kicked out, man? How'd you get kicked out?
Man, I said something to the assistant principal, and we was on a transfer. We stayed out east, and Bird and Memorial's out south. So I was on a transfer, and the reason is because my elementary baseball coach, elementary football coach lived out there, and his son went to Bird. So he told my mom, bring him to Bird or whatever. You know what I mean? So my 6th, 7th grade year, like at the end, like the last 2 weeks, my 7th grade year, I got in trouble for something, and then I went in the principal's office and said something I wasn't supposed to say. And my mom just told me that summer, like, son, you can't go back to Bird because you're on the transfer and they're not allowing your transfer no more. So I went to Lewis and Clark. I didn't play football at first, and he was still at Bird, but I was having fun at Lewis and Clark. And the football coach who knew us kept begging me, like, man, come on, play football. And actually, we was playing year-round baseball at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, we still in fall baseball. So my brother eventually came like a month into school, and then we went out to the football. And they already had played like 3 or 4 games.
And the Bird had got a new coach to 8th grade. It was funny because he was calling me like, "I'll pay you $50 a week." It was weird. I'm like, man. I said, I'm not playing without my brother. Yeah, I'm not playing without my brother. And then a week or two go by, I went to Lewis and Clark, and then that's when we started playing Lewis and Clark.
Did you go to Lewis and Clark strictly to link back up with your brother?
Yeah. And it was right across the street. It was like a mile from the street, from the house.
Yeah. Poetic justice.
Yeah.
Okay, with y'all being twins, have y'all ever gotten tired of being twins?
Nah, that's my right-hand man.
Straight up.
Yeah, never.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Most we ever been away from each other is probably 2 weeks, a week or something. Yeah.
Who the good cop, who the bad cop?
Man, we both are.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Depends on the situation.
Like I said, the chemistry on another level right here. They finishing sentences the whole joint. I love that. Okay, so can you think of a time where one of y'all was at sort of a low point, right? Maybe you was in your feelings about something, and the other one you had to lean on. He sort of had to get you out of that funk, whether it was through love or whether it was a foot in the ass.
We both was at a low point. You know, I get emotional. My mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But that's
both of y'all.
Yeah, we had to, you know what I'm saying, get emotional thinking about it because I hate talking about it, but that was our everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I ain't gonna even stay on it. You know what I'm
saying?
I damn sure get it.
Yeah.
But in the same realm, though, I saw, because like I'm just learning y'all. When I saw those photos over the holidays when y'all went to go see your pops.
Oh yeah,
man, because I got both my parents. I'm a big daddy's boy though, so I got a soft spot in my heart for black men and their fathers.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, I was following that whole every photo y'all dropped. I'm like, let me lock in.
And
it said it had been a minute since y'all been up to the Kellyville,
so
right?
I actually went the summer my mom passed to get away for about 2-3 weeks. So I went. But he didn't go for some reason. I don't know why he didn't go.
Because Cam was in AAU. I was making sure Cam
So that was the first time ever. So I have an older sister who still lives in New York, never came to Oklahoma. Just to visit, whatever.
Right.
So she stays in New York, and I got a younger sister, Deanna, who stays here also. That's the first time we've been under one roof with our dad, with all 4 of us and his grandkids. He's met his granddaughter, my daughter, over the phone, FaceTime or whatever, but that was the first time he's seen her in person. So it was kind of like,
and from the outside looking in, it could look like your dad he's in our life.
Yeah.
We just always so busy.
We never got a chance.
Never got a chance just to go up there and chill. And go up there and hit and miss see our dad and talk to him all the time. But that was like the first holiday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we finally was like, man, forget it. We're gonna make ourselves unbusy. We're gonna go up there and be with our family for Thanksgiving.
Well, y'all didn't have to rush.
Yeah. Because we always just so busy. You know what I mean? Summer, AAU, whatever, Christmas, coaching football, Thanksgiving or whatever. That was the first time we were like, man, we got to go. You know, and he didn't know we was coming. Yeah. Everybody knew.
I didn't know that part.
Everybody knew
because we know our aunt was
told. You know what I mean? Yeah. So everybody knew, but him and one of his sisters, my aunt. Yep. So when he walked in, he was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah.
That's so dope to me, man. I know he enjoyed every bit of that, and I can tell y'all boys did too.
Oh, for sure.
Dope. But kicking it back on that field, so y'all East Siders for real.
Yeah. That's where we first. Yeah, we didn't live everywhere, east, north, south. Yeah,
except west.
Yeah, except west.
To
be honest, I don't know too many people that live on west. That's another chapter. So when y'all boys got to high school, was it a foregone conclusion y'all were going to EC?
Yeah, because we was right up the street.
Right
up the street. Yeah, of course, you want to go to Booker T or whatever, but I mean, East Central's right up the street. And at that time, like, to be honest with you, all Tulsa public schools was good back in '99. My freshman year. Hell was good. They had
football too?
Yeah, they had
Keywan Jones. You know what I'm saying? Edison was good at basketball. Yeah, like everybody was good. McLean, Central was good. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, go to the best. Like, we thought East Central. You know what I mean? So, and it's transportation. We're right there. You know what I mean?
Easy
and
work.
Eventually, like our sophomore year, that's when we moved north. But we end up staying at East Central.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Can you remember your first moment that introduced you to real high school football to where it's like, oh snap, it's a different level?
I remember. Well, we was freshmen, and I remember one of the seniors, David Williams, took our friend Al Banks, and they kind of like threw him in the creek down there. We practiced, and we like, and there was a couple of like me and my brother Norman Strong, Big Ricky. Like, bro, you ain't putting your hands on us. You ain't finna do us like that. You know
it wasn't no fear, huh?
Nah, heck nah. Like, nah, you ain't doing us like that. So we was on some like, man, this high school. Like, you ain't finna be thinking you gonna punk us or whatever. But me and my brother being good people person, everybody gravitated to us. You know what I'm saying? So we was out the gates, even the older guys.
They good.
Yeah.
I feel
well,
like
our freshman class was, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
everybody.
nice.
Like, because we had Big Ricky, and that's when I first met Big Ricky. Rick Robinson, we still close to this day. Like, he was on varsity. He didn't even step foot on freshman. He got on varsity, you know what I mean? So it kind of gave the rest of us respect, you know what I mean? Then he ended up tearing his ACL, like, preseason, you know what I'm saying?
Stepped in the pothole at Bishop Kelly.
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
that's when it was grass.
Yeah.
It wasn't no turf. So, man, you took me back again where every school had a freshman team.
Yep.
Football and in basketball.
Yeah, that's a fact.
NBA freshman, JV boy, numbers was up.
Yep.
Was it strictly freshman ball for y'all your freshman year?
Yeah, for sure. Yep, freshman.
Okay,
for sure.
okay. What type of run did y'all have that year? You remember?
Talking about freshmen, I
Yeah.
think we was. I don't remember. We didn't do like no. It was just regular season. We was.
I think we won every game though.
Yeah,
Straight up.
So.
I think. Yeah,
so.
I can't remember. You know what I mean? But I think for
Yeah.
sure.
Now it's round robin style. They don't necessarily have a postseason.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I
yeah.
like these kids to be able to play for something.
Yeah.
But that's something else.
Yeah.
But then your sophomore year,
Mm-hmm.
what that one look like? I would imagine it's prime time.
I
ain't it?
rotated in at defensive line.
For
So
sure.
I played one JV game, I think, just one JV game, me. And I was at D-line, and I got some reps at D-line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my welcome to the moment, man, we having a big game, like big time. Like it was almost like we was in Claremore. It was like almost like the ESPN setup. I don't know if we was undefeated. They was undefeated. They had a running back named Roswell Kennard.
That's hell
And I just remember getting in, like my welcome, you know, it was packed. You know what I mean? I was sophomore. But yeah, and I want to say, no, my junior year.
No,
that's
that was
when
tough. I played a little. I played like special teams, and then we was finna go to the playoffs, and Coach Hill had came down there, and he was like, "I got a new package," and he called it the Whitaker package. I think I was. It was a double tight end formation.
Yeah.
But that's how I kind of acted myself at varsity. But but it was late. It was late in the season. Late in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you still excited to get that
Oh,
goal
for
up there?
sure, yeah. It wasn't back then. It wasn't like, oh, if you're a freshman, you got to play varsity. I wasn't. Nah,
Today's
sophomore.
social media
Yeah,
time.
sophomore year, I wasn't expecting. I was, you know, just.
Parents
I'm gonna pay my
nowadays,
dues.
They don't play freshmen. They transfer.
Yeah. Nah, it was. That's never the thought. My mom wouldn't go for that. What you mean?
You gonna do what?
Yeah.
You gonna pay them dues, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, on the other side of the fence ain't all. You know, grass ain't always green over
And
there.
always greenness.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all's junior year. Is that when y'all broke out for real?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was pretty good. You know what I mean? We wasn't. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. We wasn't just the best. You know what I mean?
I know what you
But
mean.
We held on.
I turned it on. Really, to be honest with you, in college.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I turned it on in college. My sophomore year in college is when I
Yeah.
turned it on.
We
Like,
was lazy.
lazy. I never went to a workout, summer workout. You know what I
all that
mean?
stuff.
I regret it.
So y'all didn't go? Like,
Nah. I remember
My high school
going
year, I can count on one hand.
in one hand. Yeah, summer work. I was, you know what I mean, working.
Just
Or,
out there on natural talent.
Yeah.
I don't never remember working. I worked, like you said, less than 5 times summer pride. Yeah.
So, what was accountability like for y'all? In
Man,
Arizona?
Coach Hill used to get on to us, but I don't
when
know.
he saw you.
Yeah, but it wasn't like he didn't hold it against us, but I don't know. It just seemed like nobody went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm sure the Jinx, the Unions, and those guys was. But you could tell when the play or the Bishop Kellys. You know what I mean? It wasn't. I don't remember ever. He used to say something like summer pride, but it used to be like. But Coach Hill did it smart. Like he had 2 sessions, like the morning and then the evening. You know what I mean? So like if you work in the morning, then come in the evenings. But we was working, but I still didn't go in the evenings.
Still didn't go in the evening. Boys getting the full growing up experience.
Yeah,
man.
for
now,
sure.
Now you talking about the job. If you worked, I'm guessing you
Yeah,
worked too, right?
yeah.
What'd y'all do?
It was crazy because of my mom, and I spoke about this at her funeral. Like I appreciate her. Like our freshman and sophomore year, we weren't old enough to work.
Right,
She
14.
was working at Hillcrest
In
and they had
middle
a
school,
volunteer
program. Yeah.
And we had to volunteer. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we was working 8 to 5, but wasn't getting paid. We were just eating for free.
Yeah.
That's a deal though. For real, boy.
Yeah. But she instilled that in
She
us,
said,
like,
no matter
Straight
what,
up.
you get your ass up and you're gonna go to work.
yeah.
She volunteered y'all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we was working at Hillcrest. Yep.
Hey man, that's dope. 'Cause, I mean, you had that work ethic in you
At a
early.
young age. Yep.
My junior year, I worked at the warehouse market out east, and he was at
College
Juniors.
Yeah.
He was right there by East City.
Y'all boys had that bread. Boy. I like it. I like it.
Thought so.
You
Yeah.
thought so?
thought so,
Now listen, did that earn y'all a little bit more freedom and flexibility with your own money in
Mama-
your pocket?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bought
for
my
sure.
First car,
Yeah.
86
That's
Cutlass, gold.
Yeah.
I gave up 400. He gave up 400.
Oh, y'all in there.
Yeah.
That's clean.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's when it was like, you know who that belonged to.
Yeah,
You see it
Yeah,
around
for
the
sure.
town.
Yeah.
Dope. Hey, boy, okay, so that was your junior year, right? You remember what type of squad y'all had that year? What type
Yeah,
of
we
run
was
y'all
good.
made?
We was good. Was that the year we played McLean and they had? Yeah, we was good. We lost in the first round. I've never been out the first round. We always had talent. Never been. I want to say we lost to Bishop Kelly. Yep, lost to Bishop Kelly my sophomore year, first round, and junior year. We played at TU because our field was muddy. We had a home field advantage, but couldn't play because the rain killed it the day before. So we had to go to TU and play. They beat us. And then our senior year, we lost to Bigsby. They had a squad. Yeah.
Now, if you had to see, even though you said y'all lost in the same round each year, which team was the strongest? Your junior
Man,
or
my
senior?
sophomore year.
Oh, really?
Because we had Mike Tyson at
David
running back,
Bowie at
David
quarterback.
Bowie at quarterback. Yeah, we was tough. Randy Jones at running back, played
Loaded.
some fullback. Yeah, we had some linemen. One of my classmates was starting on the offensive line, Norman Strong. Yeah, and I was rotating in at D-line, you know what I mean? But
Getting
yeah,
busy
we was
though.
strong my sophomore year. Yeah, it was the last second tight end to Patrick Natalie. I'll never forget.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And
The
see,
junior year, we was pretty good too. We won all city,
There
actually.
you
My
go.
sophomore and junior year, we won all city.
that wasn't easy back then, yo.
Nah, it
Yeah,
wasn't. We wasn't.
That was something to talk about.
Yeah,
All three of them,
it
you know
was.
what I'm saying?
We had shirts and everything, back
Yeah.
to back. Yeah.
And one thing, me being a basketball dude, one thing I always would, whenever I'm watching football, I'm like, yo, man, it sucks that they only get one crack at whoever they playing against.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of times basketball, you're running back. You're just a home and away
Yeah,
matchup.
for sure.
You only get one shot unless
Yeah.
it's the postseason when you
Yeah.
double back. Okay, so we ain't talked about the hoops chapter.
We never was. We played 1 year. We never
Just
was a
one, huh?
hoops. So what happened,
Okay.
really, honestly, is we're football coaches, okay?
sure.
And so this is Cam was in the third grade. So we had a third grade football team with the Eastside Cardinals, we was good,
Yeah.
real good. And one of the kids who's at UCO now, Jamari Ray, and his stepson, Cam Parker. Now I want to say it was Jamari, plays football at UCO, said like, Coach, man, let's do basketball. And at that time, Chad Evans was the basketball. You know what I mean?
Boy.
We're best friends. You know what I'm saying?
Big PG.
So I said, I want to say we called Chad like, hey, you want to do basketball? You know what I mean? So we get a basketball. We call a couple. And Ty Fyerson played at
Yeah.
Memorial.
Yeah.
And so we knew him through, Little League football. He never played for us football. So we called him. We heard he was good. So it's like 6 of us. Man, I'll never forget. We at McClure Park, third grade, our very first game. I remember just Chad was up coaching, me and bro looking at the bench. We get smacked. Me and bro looked at each other like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. Like,
Second
we
guessing
got
like-
football kids out here. The only person that could hoop at the time was Ty.
Yeah.
Cam had a little,
Had a little
wiggle,
wiggle, yeah.
but it was Ty. Like Ty.
Athletes.
Yeah. But over there, we just repping it. We got better, and better. Yeah.
And
So
they
that's
signed us up to a tournament in New Orleans. Woke me up.
yeah.
Like, bro,
Because this was when Robbie playing in the Saints. So Robbie like, man, it's a big tournament down here Memorial Day weekend behind this. So he get in contact with him. Me and Chad on the phone with him all night. He hyping this tournament up. We looking into it. Deep.
And they still third graders we talking about?
Third grade. So this
Hell
is,
of a
you know what I
trip,
mean? Like, so it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you some dudes we played against too,
Okay.
though, that you know now.
Yeah.
So we get there. He sleep. Me and Chad on the phone. We
We
paid.
only had like $500 in
in
our
that account.
account.
We pay for the tournament like $690 or something. We come out of extra money or whatever. So, and maybe Robbie sent us extra money, so we paid for it. Next day, I told my bro, man, we just paid for this tournament in New Orleans. Like, it's top of the top. We looking online. So fast forward, we get down there. Remind you, we was okay.
Yeah.
We ended up going to the Final Four. Big time tournament. And that's when we first laid out, because RJ Fuquay, that's when they was playing with GTH, I think, or whatever.
The first time we seen
So
Darnell.
Caleb Nero and Elijah, you know what I mean? So we knew who those guys was because they was Tulsa. So we go in there, we walk in the gym in the New Orleans Hornets facility, we see Dr. J. So we going to watch the 918 kids. And
Yeah.
I'll never forget, 8th grade. They're in the 8th grade at the time. Bro spots Trey Young because he's playing with Elijah, RJ, and them. And my
3
brother,
trips down the floor.
yeah, that's when he was like, man, who is that? We knew he wasn't a Tulsa kid, though.
Right.
Chad, during the game, goes on Coach Nero bench and asked him, like, who was that?
Who was this kid
Yeah.
right here?
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing nothing but shooting.
Bow.
Shooting. And that's when.
From distance, even then.
His
Oh,
floater and everything. I'm thinking, man.
yeah. So and then that's the freshman year. His next year, that's when, that was that kid. Yeah, because he went to Norman North.
That pipeline.
Yeah, yeah.
So I heard what you said. You said y'all made that trip, not necessarily knowing what level y'all were
Didn't
at,
know. He
and
just
then
said, the guy over the tournament said, practice your layups and your press break. That's all he told us. And for a month before the tournament, that's all we was working on, layups and press break.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we I remember it, yeah.
So when y'all went down there, when your fellas put on, did that surprise y'all? Like,
Oh,
we there?
yeah, we was like, oh, okay.
Our name was Eastside Cardinals still because of football, but
Yeah.
basketball.
And Robbie
was
was
there.
yeah.
And this one, he was big time with the Saints.
Yeah.
He taking pictures in the gym.
I remember
He
that
was like,
run.
bro, next year we're going to make it.
Meet him elite. Yeah.
That's where that came
Yeah,
from.
so that's, and then we asked, he like, yeah, heck yeah, bro. Like, yeah, Meech Malik. And that's what so that next year, then we added Chase Martin, Preston Solomon, Parker Frederickson.
Yeah.
We added them to it. So we had a
Ready to go.
squad. We had, our battle in Oklahoma was the Tulsa All-Stars with Aaron Potter, AJ, Matthias, and all them.
Names right there. You throwing at me.
Yeah, and this is crazy. He gonna be a lottery pick this year. We take a trip that next year, 4th grade.
Right.
To the same tournament. Our very first game, we playing the Dallas Thunder. Keontae George at Baylor hits us for like 50.
Ooh.
50. He
Golly.
had Casey Wallace on that team. The guy to Kentucky gonna be another lottery pick. He was on that team too, and they got a kid that's playing Jalen Wilson at Kansas. His little brother was on that team.
But he played football.
Football at UTSA. Yeah, they had a squad.
He was legit on the floor though, huh?
Oh, they had a squad. That's what I knew Keontae was going. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. Well, when we seen it now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, damn. Was that y'all's first coaching gig? Basketball.
No, crazy. No, basketball. How we got into coaching, Robbie got drafted in 2007.
Right. I remember that's when I graduated high school.
Tracy Robinson and John, they was like, can y'all get Robbie to come coach? Come talk to these kids. So we all go out there, and Robbie just talking to the kids because they was over the East Tulsa Trojans at the time.
For sure.
And at the time, me and bro just graduated college too. And they was like, why don't y'all get into coaching and all that? Me and bro was like, man, I don't know. And they started going back and forth, John and Tracy.
Yeah.
John, like, I need him now. Tracy was like, you can take him this year and I'll take him next year. So our first coaching job was at Foster
Middle school. Yeah.
And then that next year, we went to the East Tulsa Trojans to start coaching. And then we did like 3 or 4 years, shout out Phil. We did like 3 years there. And then we transitioned to the East Side Cardinals.
To Indian Nation.
To Indian Nation.
Yeah. So that's how that
Then
started.
how we got into high school.
It's because they seen our
We
team.
was just being a powerhouse. And we was at the boys' home working. And Coach Sprague.
He was doing the summer.
Substitute teacher. He was like, man, I know you guys. He was like the Whitaker twins. He was like, he was still at Memorial. I think he was the AD. I don't know if
he wasn't coaching at that time, was he?
Now Bobby was.
Bobby was. He was the AD.
But we went to middle school with Bobby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And he was like,
And Bobby said something to the football coach. You know, I get a phone call at the boys' home. He like, hey, this is Ryan Reed Memorial. You know what I mean? Come talk to me. You know what I mean? We went to go talk to him. He already had our name on the board. Like, we committed to him. Yeah, like, we ain't like, we like, who the Whitakers? Like, we ain't, he had the positions and everything. Like, the Whitakers us? He was like, yeah. He already took it. We accepted. And then, you know, we got Trevor Boone playing in the MLB right now, AA. Isaiah Thomas, you know what I mean?
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, James Lewis went to OSU, went to New Mexico
Trey
State.
Knight.
Trey Knight. We had some
Y'all had
dudes.
influence
Oreo
on
ain't
all
been
them.
to the playoffs in 30 years. Me and bro put our imprint on it, did what we did.
Yeah, we had some got Murphy, Braden, Travis Starr. We had a squad as far as coaching. Yeah.
So y'all, when y'all finally put your feet down, y'all got to running with it then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we go further into the coaching chapter, let's wrap up y'all plan. All right. So after y'all finish your senior season at EC, and of course, I know, was it present in y'all's mind already? Like, yo, we want to take this thing to the next level. We trying to go to college and play.
Yeah.
It was a real reality?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. So what did that process of selection or recruitment
It
go for y'all?
wasn't. It was like JUCO, as our grades weren't good, or go to Southern National. And then at that time, people was going to NEL talking about they was practicing 3 times a day, and I was like, nah, I ain't going to do that. So it was just like, go to Southern Nazarene.
We had a couple of friends there, Brian and CJ.
So we just went to Southern.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I could do it all over again,
I'll go back.
I went D1 if I knew what I knew now.
Yeah.
Man, that place right there was
Perfect for us, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect situation. Yeah.
And it was in AI at the time,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
It
Yep.
since
Loved
moved
it
to
too.
D2.
Yep.
Okay. Man. So, I got to ask that same question. When you got to that college level, was it a pretty seamless transition or was it like,
No,
yo,
it
we
was
gotta
hard
take-
because remind you, we didn't work out.
Yeah. Didn't have that
We
work ethic.
didn't have, we didn't, you know what I mean? And what's crazy is, natural talent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, we had the red shirt our freshman year. But my red shirt freshman year, my head coach, Paul McGrady, and I thank him for everything, meant a lot to me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He came to me and said, Darnell, if you don't get in shape, you're not playing football at Southern Nazarene. Then that's when I kind of took it serious.
That's what it took.
Yup.
Did y'all look at being red-shirted as disrespect?
No, we had to because our
grades was
grades.
that bad.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, we had to. Like, so my freshman year, we wasn't in like college classes. I was like in
Zero
some-
level joints.
Yep.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. The reason I ask that question is because I look back on my own journey. I went to JUCO route playing basketball, and I'm mad at myself for how much I didn't know the business back then.
Yeah.
'Cause my coach was talking to me about possibly red shirt, and I was hearing the rumbling, and immediately in my mind was like, if he red shirt me, I'm out.
Yeah. Nah, that was never like we had to.
wouldn't
I
have been
wasn't.
smart
Yeah, I was good. Like I said, it wasn't nothing. Like today, we're serious. I wasn't thinking like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean?
So did y'all make good use out of your red shirt?
Oh
Y'all worked
yeah.
your butt off?
Oh yeah.
Came out
Yeah,
ready.
Scout team. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
For sure.
We earned our respect again. Everybody loved it. All
Loved
the
us.
guys
Still love us. You know what I mean?
still talking.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Because pretty much everybody that I've reached out to and asked about y'all, it ain't nothing but good
Yeah,
reviews. So I
yeah,
can tell y'all good
yeah.
dudes, man.
So our quarterback is the offensive coordinator at Bigsby that gets all the pub. The guy that, they offense and our Tyler Schneider. Yeah, that was our quarterback in college.
Well, hey, it makes sense. It makes some sense. Okay, so I know a lot of times I hear the rumblings in the football community. A lot of times you may not get recruited to college to play the same position that you played in high school.
That's me.
That's what it went
That
for
was
y'all?
me. Yeah, I was a D lineman.
D lineman.
And what's crazy is Coach Hill always told me, and my D line coach said, you're gonna play offensive line in college. Always said that. And
You didn't buy it?
no, I didn't at all. And when I got to college my freshman year, offensive lineman.
I was linebacker, went in linebacker, and I ended up being a D line. And then I transitioned my senior year. He was left tackle, I was left guard.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was it a tough transition at any point to go from one
Nah.
to
Nuh-uh.
Nah.
It's football.
Yeah, it's
football.
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 Yeah, we had good coaches, coach us up. You know what I mean?
I
It
feel
wasn't. Yeah, it was never a tough transition.
I need y'all to dispel a little bit of a narrative for me that football players ain't that bright because they don't have to be. How much of a thinking man's game is it out
It
there?
is, especially offensive lineman, because the techniques, you got come out and he's in a 5 technique, he slides in the head up or go inside, your rules change, this and that. It's a thinking game, the thinking man game.
Just like defensive back. I mean, it just depends on the coverage. Match quarters, which I love, match quarters. You got to read your receivers 2 to 1. You know what I'm saying? If 2 do this, I got to check for 1 and all that type of stuff like
it's
that.
A thing, man. It's a game.
So people got to put some more respect on
Yeah,
that.
but again, though, I mean, as you got to, I always use the terms, don't overcoach your athletes.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So just make it simple for them.
So they can play fast. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you what's wild. I'm watching the 30 for 30 a couple weeks ago for the Bad Boys Pistons documentary. And one of the assistants on Chuck Daly's staff at the time, he said he was trying to coach up Dennis Rodman, trying to give him tips, do this, do that. And then Chuck Daly came over there and said, hey, leave him alone. So he's like, you don't put a saddle on a Mustang.
That's a
Man.
fact.
I said,
That's a
damn,
fact.
that's a bar
That's a
right
fact.
there.
Let your athletes go.
Yeah. So individually, what would you say your best year of college was?
Man, I was good.
Straight up.
Yeah, I was all
four.
conference. It was great. I was all conference 3 years. I
Okay.
made all American team my junior year and senior year.
Mm.
Yeah, I was pretty good.
My best year was probably my senior year when I actually played offensive line for the first time.
Yeah. So the change did wonders for you.
Yeah,
for
I was.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So which year was y'all's strongest team though? When y'all had the best team success?
We never made the playoffs because you only have like 12 or 16 teams make the playoffs. But we always had a winning record.
Oh, there you go.
Always, yeah.
I lost every single year in college. That's something else. Yeah. Okay, so when it was over, when you're wrapping up your college career, was it ever a thought of continuing playing, or y'all pretty much knew there was the end of the line?
He did.
Yeah, so I got a call.
Okay.
From somewhere overseas, maybe Canada or something, I can't remember, but the Tulsa Talons, my coach, Mike Cochran, hit me up like, man, the Tulsa Talons want you to come try out. Tulsa Talent. They was good at the time, arena football. And so I went down there and did well for myself. I never was on an active roster, but I was kind of like on their practice squad. So I did that for a year. And I was in college still at the time. So I would drive down every Tuesday and Thursday to Tulsa.
Yeah.
You know, my mom got me a little credit card, a little gas card, so I used to use that, you know what I mean, come down every Tuesday and Thursday to Tulsa from Oklahoma City, Bethany, Oklahoma, you know what I mean? I did that, and they actually ended up winning it that year.
Ooh, okay.
And at that, then I was like, man, I'm done.
I'm done
You
with
know
it.
what I mean? Yeah, I was done.
What was that feeling like whenever you got to the point of feeling like you're done and then accepting like, yo,
It wasn't
It
never.
wasn't-
Yeah,
it
it
was
wasn't
easy.
never. It was
It was
easy.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't never
it
like,
wasn't hard for you to
nah,
throw the cleats on the foul line?
Really, to be honest with you, I was ready for it to be over with.
Yeah.
I can identify with that because like when I got to the point where it's like, you know what, I would love to play every single day, but I don't want to prepare to play no more.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
That's out.
For sure.
That's out.
Yeah, for
just,
sure.
just roll the ball out.
And actually, while I was doing at the Talons, I was in my head because I'm not no quitter, you know what I mean? And my mom wasn't going for that.
Yeah.
There was points where, man, I'm tired of driving down here, you know what I mean? But I
Mhm.
just kept doing it to do it, you know what I
Got you.
mean?
So even with her pushing y'all had her support the whole time.
Oh,
Always.
moms from day one, whatever we did,
whatever
as long as it
we
wasn't
did.
stupid, you know what I mean?
Even if we got into a fight, I remember her. She jumping off the thing. She
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah,
See?
Moms-
Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Mama bear on her straight up.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
remember somebody called me a mama's boy, and at the time I got mad.
Yeah,
Shit, I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
for sure.
At the funeral, I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, "We damn right, I'm a mama's boy."
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we go change the narrative on that. You know, it don't mean you soft.
Yeah,
Because you
not
love
at
your
all.
mama. That's
Not at
crazy.
all.
Yeah.
So, all right, did y'all always know what y'all wanted life after football to be?
No,
Mm,
no,
So
not
I'm
at all. I
saying,
ain't
just
gonna
like-
lie to you. No.
straight up.
I told you the
I'ma get
coaching
this degree.
story. It was
Tracy,
weird. Yeah.
Tracy and Phil, the reason why we coaching now.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Well,
never.
That wasn't our plan to coach.
Honestly, I wanted to be an ESPN broadcaster.
Yep.
Straight up.
Yeah, you ask anybody to go to
We used
ESPN
to skip,
with us, they tell you.
skip
like,
class. You know, you had the
we had
TVs in the hallway.
It was on ESPN. The Twins wanted it on ESPN. Our homeboys, man, that's all y'all do is watch ESPN.
That's
Say-
it.
to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah. To
Rerun
this day.
the whole night.
Yes, ESPN.
Man.
When the shift changed and
ESPN.
everything.
ESPN. That's it.
ESPN. I wanted to be
Then
a
we wanted to be
sports
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott.
Man,
Yep.
rest in peace to the
Yeah, fact.
God,
True
it's cool
legend.
as the other side of the pillow. That's dope, man. Oh man. So I think y'all may have mentioned it already, but I want to make sure I got my chronological order right. What was y'all's first adult gig after you were done with school?
A adult gig. Was it Aero Engine?
We was after we was done.
Yeah,
It was
you-
Aero Engine.
Aero
I mean,
Engine.
we had jobs before that, but when we was done, it was Aero
Aero
Engine.
Engine.
I was building oil pump engine right there off of Lewis.
Damn.
By Job Corps. Yep, that was our
Y'all
first.
And you
First
go
real
under the
job.
bridge. Yeah, man. That first out of college, I was making.
Yeah, we was making good money. Yep. And then I stopped that and started working with DHS, started doing inspections.
Mhm.
And then my mom was working at Hillcrest at the time.
Yeah.
And so she, as a guy named Ken Callen, was working at the boys' home. He used to take the boys' home kids to appointments. And my mom was like, man, son, you need to go work at the boys' home. And at the time, I had a couple of my best friends, Calvin George, was working out there.
There you go.
And so I called him, and he was like, yeah, it's cool out here. I've been at the boys' home ever since. I've been there 14 years.
Man.
Yeah, even when I was coaching. You know
I was
what mean?
there for a little bit, and then I stopped, and I forgot. It's crazy because the only reason why I got to the boys' home because I had to get a license, a driver's license. I never had one. I was just using bros.
So you had no sense of getting legit. You dragging
I
your
didn't
feet.
need it. You don't need a fight. Use his.
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
got
saying? So then when he was there, and I was like, man, I got to get a license now. So that's on because you have to drive the kids around
That's
sometimes.
right.
So I went there for about 4 or 5 years. It was real cool. Then I think that's when
we got the job at DA. And then
No, that was Memorial because I was at
oh, yeah, Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
I was
A pair.
a pair at Lewis and Clark.
Man, y'all cats has been in the flat out kid business for the
Oh,
longest.
yeah,
man.
love kids.
Love
Man,
kids.
same here. Like
love
how rewarding is it to work with kids, whether in any capacity, whether you teaching them, whether you coaching them, whether you just loving on them, even the discipline part. Like, what does that do for y'all soul? You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's a blessing, but I don't want no glory out of it.
Man.
Yeah.
Don't want nothing out of it.
Straight
You know
up.
what I mean? But I'm here to help. You know, if your goal is to go D1, I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll never forget Isaiah Thomas with Cleveland Brown.
Mhm.
When he got his very first D1 offer, just as happy as him. Because remind you, I used to take him on his recruiting trip because his mom worked just like all our moms, hard. You know what I mean? His mom's great. She was working on weekends. And uncle was too, so he needed somebody to take him on recruiting trips. So I took out Isaiah to OU, Alabama, or whatever.
That's a hell of a
When
trip,
he
yeah.
very first got his first D1 offer, and when he got drafted, that was like the reward for me. You know what I mean? So
that's dope. Yeah, y'all still got connections with these guys to this day.
Man, a lot of them.
I was with Trey Brown last night.
Oh hell, see,
so yeah,
that lets you know y'all doing something right.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. So
Then you got bit by the coaching bug, and cause y'all done dabbled a little bit around. Told me about where you been. How long did the Memorial chapter last?
we was there 3 years,
and it was crazy how that happened. 3 years, and rest in peace, Alan Trimble called us. And once he did that, man, bro, like, dang, we made it. But when he called us over there, because you know what I'm saying, he the greatest when it comes to this.
And he heard our name through the offensive coordinator at the time.
He just kept hearing our name, called us over there. It was like, fellas, I don't have no varsity spot, but I need y'all over here. Can you please be freshmen for a year? And we both felt like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, get the Alan Trimble on our resume or whatever.
Sure.
And then we went to a basketball game and we seen Coach Hill, our high school head coach, and a BA. And
yeah, he was like, man, I need you. So like a week later, he was like, I just took the DC job at Broken Arrow. So he like a week later, he calls me like, he didn't have a DB position open. He had a D-line position open. He like, Darnell, you know what I mean? I need you. You know what I mean? Because he's heard how well we do in the community and all that. So I'm like, man, we just took a job. He like, Darnell, I need you. I called my mom. Once again, I'm a mama's boy. Man, Mom, Coach Hill. She's like, nah, stay at Jinx. I'm like, Mama, this is varsity. Like, they paying me. They Broken Arrow, Muskogee pay the best.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting money.
That's
in
a
Broken
fact.
Arrow. You know what I mean?
I went through an assistant stint in Muskogee, so I feel
you. So I'm like, Mom, but it's varsity. She's like, okay, follow your heart. So I called Coach Hill, like, let me think about it. He said, Darnell, I'm not gonna stop calling until you tell me yes. So he's calling me every morning on his way to work for 2 weeks straight. Finally, I was like, yeah, I got you. But my brother, so Dwayne didn't have a job. He was still a Jinx, you know what I mean? But we wasn't reporting because it was like around this time or whatever.
Right.
He ain't had nothing to report. He was a freshman coach, you know what I mean? And the DB coaching job came open like a month later.
I think a dude, I appreciate him, Kiata, and he's at Emma Memorial now.
Yeah.
He was at UConn at the time. But I guess he was just like, man, I'm going to stay in Oklahoma City. I don't want to bring my family.
Right.
And so that's when he came
called
like
me,
a month and a half later. So that's how the broke it
bro
in.
used to come. He used to be like, bro, this indoors, nice out here and all that.
Getting gear every day. You know what I mean?
mean?
It's just different. You know what I
So
mean?
I went out there, and again, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, bro, we ain't never interviewed for a job. Never. Never. Well, I went in there, sat down with Coach Alexander and Coach Hill right there. He talked. Coach Alexander said, it was a Friday. He said, I'll let you know Monday. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Hill called me. He was like, you the corners coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's go.
And then we was there for 2 years. So then we got fired. You know what I mean? I'll never forget. I knew something was up. You know what I mean? Because remind you, we was getting the blame for everything.
Yeah.
Every week.
Every week we was
up there.
athletic
I
director.
was signing the paper. We in recruiting kids and all.
Yeah.
Getting tired of it.
And so I'll never forget, we get an email because I'm at the freshman academy, and I had Darnell, Dwayne,
and Billy.
It was another name. I'm not even going to say their names. 2 more coaches. Y'all meet at this time. And so I run down to the freshman academy to a linebacker coach, who was my guys coaching at Muskogee, Coach Hill. He's like, man, what is this email about? So I knew something was fishy, you know what I mean? And so bro had to go watch Cam. Cam is a freshman at the time.
He was playing JV in Sapulpa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm finna say something to him. Like, we just get this meeting out the way. Bro, like, man, just wait. You can wait and go to the game. Like, nah, bro, I'm finna go on there.
Yeah,
but we in the back office at the time. So Broken Arrow's a back office for the defense, and the front office is the main office. That's where the offensive coaches be at.
Right.
So the head coach in there, and the other dude that was supposed to be in the meeting was in there. But him and the head coach is best friends. So I text him like, bro, tell Coach Alexander, me and bro ready. He didn't know we was in the back. And I can hear him. He like, the Twins is ready to do that meeting now. So I'm looking at bro, it was cool. He was like, all right. So they came in there, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, then we didn't know, thinking we just doing it separate. But they both sat down.
And they separate Coach Hill from the meeting. Coach Hill's in the indoor.
They didn't want
Coach
Coach
advocate.
And the exact words was, we're tired of having y'all back. We got to let y'all go.
And I think, we think that he had his best friend in there because he think we was going to trip on.
Yeah.
Bro looked at him and said, man, we blessed.
Blessed.
And when bro said that, it kind of calmed me down. You know what I'm saying?
I know
You're
what
right,
you
we
mean.
blessed, we good. And soon as we left, when the indoor told Coach Hill, but I look over there and I see the offensive coordinator, and I could just see it. He already knew, you know what I'm saying? But he know now, you know, whatever. But he know, told Coach Hill mad, left. Me and bro got in the car. The first thing I did was call Rod Thompson, my biggest mentor.
Right.
He was hot. but he could hear it in my voice. I wasn't really too high. I was more hurt than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because how he did it.
Mm-hmm. And see, I love the fact that y'all shared that part of the game because, you know, like by the time this dropped, y'all, you know, it may be out by the end or not, but I just got let go from over here at my alma mater last Tuesday.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? And you know, it's the third go round for me. You know what I'm saying? So I've been through it enough times to know how to handle it. But
You can't make everybody happy.
No, you can't. You can't. But you know, the fact that that I think you just said it in so many words. When you working from a pure place and you know you good people, you gonna be good.
And the kids, you know what I mean? The kids we coach over there love
and the parents.
Straight up.
Parents.
Yeah.
Oh,
they'll swear by you.
Still to this.
I'm thinking that was part of it too. We was getting too much credit.
Yeah.
Parents, kids love us because we treat everybody the same. And I learned this, you know what I'm saying, from my mom and Rod, just paying attention. Bro, don't never burn a bridge.
Never.
Nah.
And never burn a bridge.
It's a trip how you say it's like, in some rooms I've been in, it looked like the way you just described it, where the person who's gonna drop the hammer down, they sort of don't want to do it alone, so they got their
thinking we go. I'm not gonna spaz. I'm like, no,
I'm not gonna be stereotypical.
Hey, no, I'm blessed.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Like what I said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And at the time, I can't call my mom because lost her.
Yeah.
That
was hurtful. That
Yeah.
your go-to person. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so y'all both were all right then.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Got to call her next week.
See, there it is.
too many calls.
Yeah.
Now, name some of them. Which calls?
The Kellyville was the main one, and that's the one we took
Because we didn't trust nobody at the time.
And Coach Hill knew him, so I
know that feeling.
phone calls. Coach Hill knew the head coach of Kellyville. You know what I mean?
Just go out.
Yeah,
I feel that. Y'all went out to this guy's alma mater.
And the crazy thing about it, that was our worst season record-wise. And that was the most fun I ever had in my life.
Man.
Ever.
It's crazy how they go. You know what I mean? But it's like, you can't please everybody.
You can't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, tell me about that Kellyville chapter, though. What that run look like?
It wasn't. I mean, we let them still talk to some of the kids. You know what I mean? It was.
The only reason why I didn't like it is just to drive every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason.
Yeah, we were just there 1 year. Yeah.
Just there one? Y'all made the executive decision yourselves, or was it?
It was more so me.
Yeah.
My stepson and my stepkids. I don't have no blood kids, but Keywan, Cameron, Ty, and Tierra. Keywan is at TU now playing football.
Uh-huh.
It was his senior year. So while I was coaching, I've never just got to be a parent for a year just to go to every game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, bro, I'm not doing that his senior year. I'm not going to miss nothing.
Right.
So that's really what it was. And bro was like, yeah, I'm going to make sure I'm there too. So that's what it was. It was more so I can make sure I'm there for his and the recruiting process, make sure I'm taking care of this, make sure I'm taking care of that.
All the way present.
Yeah,
I feel that. Hey, man, my greatest mentor, Terry Scott, he always would say, sometimes, hey, dude, you don't know you need a break until you take one.
That's a fact. You got too comfortable. We just getting back in it.
Get back in it.
Yeah, I tell anybody that. You take a break, man, you're going to pick your feet up for a little bit.
Yeah, man. So y'all enjoyed that was my next question. Y'all enjoyed being sort of
Loved it.
I mean, still, JB, when he called us about the Booker T situation, me and bro, look, I'm looking at each other like,
man.
Do we want to get back in the
Coach Hill was calling.
Yeah,
still, like when he first got the job in Muskogee, and I'm like, man, Coach Hill, that drive,
coming up with excuses.
Yeah, because I want to chill. You know what I mean?
Because once we in it.
Yeah,
full fledged.
Yeah,
like
even as competitors with ego and all of that, how great is it? And I want y'all's feedback on it. How great is it to feel wanted?
It's great, but
when you saying stuff like you ain't never interviewed,
when you treat people good, though, and they see it, we all about the kids. You know what I mean? So when they see it, people see it from the outside looking in. We all about the kids. We do things the right way. You know what I mean? I don't treat nobody wrong. You know what I mean? So people see it. You know what I mean?
Just like a lot of kids now, they call us uncle. We call them nephew.
Yeah,
there's probably 400 of them running around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of them probably know your names. And
Exactly.
Champ. You know what I'm saying? Kiddo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. We got that.
I watch your podcast.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to read something to y'all, man. This sucker said, twins have had as great an impact on youth in Tulsa over the last 10 years as anyone in our area. They have hearts the size of Texas. Pure motives, selfless hearts, just want to work and serve kids and help them achieve their dreams. Had a major impact and influence on my son.
Clay Martin.
Bingo. You know what I'm saying? I definitely gonna hit your name association at the end.
Clay Martin.
Even though you don't do it for any props or nothing like that, is it gratifying to know that somebody sees your heart for what it is?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And that's
somebody like him to trust us with, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Different
Oh yeah, that matters, man.
Yeah.
Because you got to be able to identify somehow, and with them differences,
Yeah.
them differences can get different.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. Yep.
Okay, so talking to Town 918, man.
Sorry.
Tell me how that came about. Whose idea? Whose baby was that?
Me.
Yeah.
I was in a barbershop.
Okay.
Barbershop out north, McLean Barbershop.
For sure.
CJ's
CJ.
Barbershop.
Yes, sir.
With Lab Blue and Dwight in there.
Mm-hmm.
We was in there having a little talk or whatever.
Like we always do.
Arguing or something.
That's
And
where
man,
it go.
somebody said something like, man, you and your brother know everybody. Like, how y'all, man, y'all need to start a podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah. Podcast. And at the time, it wasn't COVID, but like right after, like during COVID, podcasts, you know what I mean, started
Yeah,
or
man.
whatever. So
A lot of them blew.
podcast. So I don't even call him first. My sister does the camera work. You
Yeah.
know, my sister is in it like the camera. So I call my sister. And I was like, D, would you mind?
Deanna, that's her name?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I was
Okay.
like, D,
I'm
would you?
looking at the credits.
I'm just like, man, think about doing. She was like, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know. And I want to say she like, you know, I could buy a cane because she's busy. My sister's busy.
Yeah.
So I called Johnny Dash too. And Johnny was like, man, that's crazy. I was thinking about starting a podcast too. You know what I mean? I called bro. Like, bro, like, yeah. Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he was the last call. You knew it was going to be a layup.
Yeah. Or I knew whatever I'm going to do, bro going to rock.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I
And
love
so
that.
that's how, and so got together. I think we hit up some guys or whatever. You know, nobody's ever told us no. You know what I mean? So we hit up the guys we know, and we wanted Trey to be the first one. And, you know, because, and we do it kind of, like people want us to do like high school kids, college kids, and we can do that. But we want them to be more seasoned and been through things first.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to interview when you're in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got a story to tell in about 5 or 6 more years. And we want it to be a longevity. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So we wanted Trey to be, because we've been knowing Trey since he was in the 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? And so, and what's funny is I never asked Isaiah Thomas. Never asked him. Okay? So he gets drafted, still don't ask him. He plays a year, and I finally asked him, like, Zay, I need you on a pod. He's like, damn, coach, I've been waiting on you. Why you ain't asked me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I
And he
told
didn't
him,
wanna ask.
yeah. So I told him, I'm like, because I wanted to wait for you to have a full year. And his podcast gonna be dropping soon or whatever.
For sure.
Have a full year. You Myles Garrett now or whatever. You play with Baker. You play with Kyler. You
Yeah.
play with Jalen Hurts. Like I want
you
the
got
story.
stuff to talk about now.
Exactly. So yeah, that's how that went about. We
But
wanted
our
to
mom used to always tell us, take advantage of your resources.
Yeah,
you gotta
she-
talk to everybody. Do something.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But I can see how that might be hard to do, because like if you got genuine relationships with people, like when you see them, your mind ain't thinking, hey, let me hit them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It's
we
like-
already know your story.
Yeah, and it's like, what's up, bro? It's love, and it's
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
you might be good.
Yeah, fine.
But the love comes from like the old school cats.
Man.
Like Rod Thompson, Lee Mayberry, like
Mm-hmm.
Ryan. Man, I'll never forget Ryan Humphrey called. And Ryan, like, he deals with people, but you gotta know Ryan. Like,
Man.
you know,
To
and
get
that's one
behind
of
that
our
curtain.
mentors. You know what I'm saying? Ryan ain't finna just,
I watched that episode.
you know what I mean?
what
He
I'm
ain't
saying?
finna just open up to anybody. But when
Yeah.
Ryan sent us a group text and a picture when he was coaching at Notre Dame of him watching
With his
our
feet
great-
up.
with his feet up, watching the episode. I knew we was doing something right.
Yeah.
I knew it was. And I'm like, man, we got like some old school cats. You say things to us. They seen us like, man, and so that kind of motivated us more. And this was like 2-3 weeks in. We ain't even really.
Yeah. Really got your feet wet.
Yeah.
I call him Unc X at the barbershop over there by Max Wings. Nephew. Like what y'all doing, nephew. Stay on that.
Straight up.
People like that, and then like the OG, they, you know what I'm saying? Like we went to a car show, like, man, I love y'all podcast. Man, bro,
Like,
man,
damn, they
man,
watching?
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times what I be noticing, they don't necessarily hit you up immediately.
They
Nah,
don't.
You know what I'm saying? They
don't.
may not
never
comment
do.
on your post,
Yeah.
but they peeping.
Yeah.
creepy.
yeah.
Alright.
And so that's what like motivated, like, oh, bro, we might be on to
Something,
something. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Then people hitting us up about sponsors and all that. Like,
Man.
oh, okay. Yeah.
So, do y'all ever have guests reach out to y'all like, yo,
Yeah,
did.
all the
I'm
time.
this
trying to get
morning.
on? I see, there you go.
I did this morning. And I didn't even know. Matter of fact, it's crazy. You talking about Clay Martin. I had to send Clay Martin. It was a guy in Jinx. I had to send Clay Martin a screenshot before I replied. Like, do you know this person? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Had
right.
to.
Make it legit.
Yeah, we had some guys. Yeah.
All
for
the
sure.
time.
Yep. I want to tell Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Robbie was the after our first one. He calls me. You know, we best friends.
Yeah, and I could tell that whole
Yeah,
dialogue,
yeah.
it almost felt unscripted. Yo.
Yeah,
It was like, that's
bro.
raw.
He said, "Bro, tell my story." But you could kind of tell he was kind of hesitant at first. You know
a little guarded,
because he didn't want to. You know what I mean? Open up, and he said this after the first episode. Yeah, second, bro, I gotta tell my story.
Yeah,
call him, like, bro, this is what it is.
Our best friend in Chad is locked up for a situation. He'll be home soon. You know what I'm saying? He had to watch it on the little video screen. Yeah. Like, bro, get me on there. I want to be on there. Like, bro, you
can't do it. When you get home, we got you.
Take care of it, bro.
We got you. Because it's like, okay, so and at least the way we operate over here is like, no disrespect, but I don't want to do no virtual one. I gotta be in your presence. I gotta feel your energy.
We can do a million of virtual right now.
Yeah,
like, I want you here. We got about 30 college coaches that, you know what I'm saying?
Want to.
Yeah. Can we get him? Like my guy, Georgia, Fran Brown, DB coach. Like, bro, I want to do it virtually. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, bro.
That ain't how we get.
I want you to be here.
My guy at LSU, well, he just took the job with the Denver Broncos. Jamar Cain was last summer. He went, man, virtual. I'm like, nah, we ain't in no rush. We ain't in no rush. Eventually, you're going to have a story to tell. You know, more.
When the stars align,
exactly.
But I did like, you know, how y'all, you know, threw a little different spices in it whenever y'all hit the road, you know what I'm saying, to go holler at Shake. You know what I'm saying?
That was at Rod House.
Yeah, but
so the reason why
it's different scene.
Because,
I like it.
Yeah, because
Shake's
he was available. He was only in town for like 2 days. And one of the days was a Friday. We couldn't get in the barbershop because it's packed in the barbershop. Yeah, so that's when we went out there to ride. Yeah. But a lot of people did say something about that. Yeah.
I like that. To me, it's like, I was like, okay, this is cool. I was gonna watch it anyway, no matter, you know what I'm saying, because who the guest was, no matter where y'all have it at. But it was like a nice little breath of fresh air.
I had a couple people in my New York people hit me up like, damn, that's your house?
Yeah, that's my house. Said, I'm flexing. Yeah, we're moving on up in the game.
Palace.
Okay, of all of y'all episodes thus far, I'm not gonna ask y'all to pick the best one or your favorite one, but right off the top, one of the most entertaining conversations that y'all done had on that one.
All of them that we don't get on camera.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Before and after.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff we don't, like Joe Atkins and Ebby. As soon as Joe walked in the door, he mugging Ebby. You know, it's all playful, but you know, stuff like that. But man, all of them. You know what I mean?
Like
just
the
stories, like Darwin Thompson. Like, bro, they never start. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, stories Hump said. You know what I mean?
And the Apprentice one is different too, because back when we was growing up, we used to always get into it.
Yeah.
Fighting and all that stuff
so
like that. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? So all of them hit different. When you grow up, you get, you know what I'm saying?
And then I like the one when y'all had Chris Harris on there, because he just coming in a ball of energy. You know
a ball of energy. Like he was ready.
He was ready.
Yeah, man.
And that's how Hump was when he first come. Hump early and everything.
Like he was studying.
He was ready. Like,
I'm waiting on y'all.
Oh, yeah, Hump was ready. Yeah.
I like that, man. So, bro, it's like, because I watch every one of them, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
I'm going to watch the J.D. Reynolds one tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little behind. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get back on the money. And it's like, I just like the fact that y'all are shining the spotlight, not only on the town, but the whole state.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we might be low-key underrated with how many athletes we pumping up out here.
Not low-key, we are.
Straight up. What's crazy, you say that, Steve Alexander just hit me up. I'm real close to Steve Alexander.
I hit him up the other day, too. I like how y'all moving.
So he says him and his son on there. You know what I mean? Once again, he's at college. You know what I mean? So I told him, like, Steve, you come. And I really want Steve, D'Angelo, and X at the same time. You know what I mean? Those three brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know I played against X. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We graduated
he
the same
went to
year.
Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, exactly. After he left, was it George Mason or George Washington where he went to?
Washington.
I think it was Washington.
Yeah. And so he over there, across the water right
getting
now.
His money.
Trying to line it up for him when he get back in June. We be talking. So, but I like what y'all boys doing, man. Definitely keep that going, dog. I even though we from the same town, I'm still a fan.
Yeah, for sure. Fan of yours too. Keep it up too, bro.
Appreciate that. Now we got to pivot. We're gonna bring it down the home stretch. Hobbies. What can y'all boys be caught doing off the clock? If you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got
dancing or listening to music,
you're a dancer.
That's watching ESPN,
straight up, cold
chilling with my daughter. Yeah, ain't no really, you know what I mean?
I like that. Pops on you know what I mean? How's your daughter?
She's 11.
Oh snap! Low key preteen, almost getting it.
Yeah. 11 going on 40.
Yes. How different is it? Is she getting now? Watching her grow. You know what I mean? And getting
she's just more of a girly girl. Like my daughter ain't really into sports. She want her hair and nails done.
Right.
Worried about her face and all that. You know what I mean? How her shoes look. So it's my baby. You know what I mean? My one and only.
I feel that. Yeah. That ain't no more coming, right? That's it.
I couldn't because I can't spoil 2, 3, or 4. I can only, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
She got all my attention. She knows. She sent me something from Amazon every day.
Yeah,
she stays in Edmond, so it's every day she sends something for Amazon. Daddy can. My mom always tell you need to start telling her no.
That was my next question. Hard to tell her no.
Yeah, never have. I think I told her no when she was like 4 or 5 about a cell phone, but I eventually got it the next year.
There you go. You know, she had to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you know what I mean? You got your stepson.
Yeah.
He out there,
So-
you know, doing big things.
Yeah.
And I see you turning and burning as often as you can,
Yeah.
going to watch him.
Keywan Cam
You know what I'm saying?
and Tierra, she's still in. She's at Booker T still. She's a sophomore playing basketball, and Todd's a freshman. So it's 4 of them. They changed my life.
Straight
People
up.
say, "We don't get your own kids. I don't need them. I got them
I
folks."
got enough. You had that post, I think, yesterday. And I
Yeah,
read that.
yeah.
I was
Like, what benefits do you need to be a stepdaddy? You know,
Come
it ain't
on
no
now.
benefits. You good if you in it for the right reason.
Straight up.
And and it's crazy because Keywan was in the 6th grade. He's playing for the Bulldogs.
Right.
And bro was we was out there. He was playing for the boy, playing in the championship game. He got the game-winning interception to seal the game. I was on the fence. I leaned over to bro. I said, Keywan gonna play Division I football, and Cam gonna play Division I basketball.
Straight up.
And I'm finna live that dream out here pretty soon. Keywan at TU, and Cam will be going Division I hopefully this summer, and then, or if not, it'll be next summer for sure. And we can count on one hand people in Oklahoma that had somebody go Division I for football and basketball, and I can't wait.
Yeah, boy.
I invested so much.
That's right. They're supposed to be like, I told you. I told you. All right. Now, 2 more questions.
Yes, sir.
Maybe 3, but who's counting? First one, man, we all 3 got the baldy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's a $1 million ball.
Yeah.
Very nice. Though.
You know what I'm saying? I see, I know I'm late to the party. I got to figure out some progress, some enhancements, something. y'all taking off.
Yeah.
So at what point in your life did y'all realize, all right, man, it's time to come on home, man?
Man, I don't know that people. My barber been telling me. A lot of people been out. We was hanging on.
Yeah.
Till way back here.
I don't know.
I don't even remember
I don't
either.
remember, bro. Probably 2015, 2016, maybe.
Yeah.
If that. We was hanging on.
I feel it. Man, listen, I remember mine vividly. It was literally New Year's Eve 2018. Man, you know how you walk into Walmart or whatever and they got the surveillance cameras and you get a glimpse of yourself? I'm like, no, man, I'm getting the W. I'm moving back. I'm like, nah.
It's over with. It's over with.
And I just turned 30.
As a man, you don't ever want to go bald.
Yeah,
but I'm mad I didn't go bald before because I kind of like the bald with the beard.
Yeah,
Oh,
facts.
man,
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
it.
Once I get my beard
Wear
situated,
fit hats every day. You know,
Yeah.
from New York, so wears hats.
Yeah.
straight up.
So it's just like you could have been did it.
Yeah.
Cover
Now
it
in
up
hindsight,
there.
it's like best decision ever.
Yeah, for
Best
sure.
decision ever.
For sure.
All right. Last one.
Yes, sir.
All due disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always like to close all of my conversations. In your, I ain't gonna even limit it to football. In your competitive athletic career, at any level, middle school, high school, college, a team that beat you and they had no business beating you, and you still salty about it, and you're running back tomorrow if you could.
As a coach or as a player?
Both.
Man, they have no business beating us.
Man, I don't know.
As a player,
Maybe our sophomore year.
we lost to
Bishop Kelly the first round.
No, we lost to Hell one time too, didn't we?
I think it might have been our senior year or junior year. We lost to Nathan Hell. We shouldn't have.
Yeah.
That was my senior year. I
in
think.
All City, I think.
All city.
No, it was first game of the season.
Was
bro.
it?
I think so.
Yeah, we lost to Nathan.
So playing, we shouldn't have lost it.
at all.
So that means it was at Eastside Stadium.
It was
Yes.
at East Side. Yep.
Coaching, just to talk a little bit, I don't know. Probably when we was coaching AU and Meech Malik, the All-Stars, Glenn, y'all was never better than us. They shouldn't have beat us.
That's
the
what
times that they
fact.
did. Hey,
Straight up.
that's what it was.
Yeah,
All-Stars.
All-Stars, yeah.
Still to this day, we had some competitive fights, literally fights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Amongst the
But
players, right? Not the coaches.
We was arguing. It was
It was
competitive.
It was competitive.
Yeah, but those are our guys, though.
Yeah.
It was just, you know what I mean?
for sure.
2 of the best AAU teams in Oklahoma, the same age group. They had some guys, too, though.
It was so competitive. Like, we was really not liking each other, and how bro and Glenn came cool. Bro eventually had to coach Glenn's son.
Yeah,
And
Jinx.
he seen our heart then.
Yeah.
And so we close now, though.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like anybody you look at it as bro, you don't want to beat nobody more than you want to beat bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
sure.
That's a fact.
But I can't think like high school or anything
Yeah,
like
like-
coaching wise. Like our first year at BA, like we had some, but then our second year we went undefeated. So I
ain't just never lost the game. Like, we wasn't supposed to lose that.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah, it was never
Perfectionist right here. That's
Nah, it ain't that. It ain't that. I mean, if we got beat, it was probably because we deserved to get beat. You know what I mean? It wasn't never like.
But I will tell you this, though. I take that back. Cam in the 4th grade year, Eastside Cardinals, we played the Bulldogs in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, with Curtis today. Yeah,
We up. And I tell and to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ant. They made me who the coaches we is today.
Really?
Yeah.
We go up, boom, 13-0. I never forgot. I could hear boom, Larry Boone in the stands. Run it up, bro. Run it up.
Cool,
but at the time, though, we come in, bro. We doing our thing. I only had one game plan. So I stuck to that game plan the whole game, and they eventually came back and beat us. So why I say they made me a different coach than what I am, I appreciate that, because now you
gotta make adjustments.
You gotta make adjustments.
Gotta make adjustments. You know what
So
I mean?
at halftime, I should have made an adjustment and did this. You know, the homies like laugh, Steve, and the chat them on telling me to do something. Like, nah,
Stubborn.
I was being stubborn. I stuck to it. Yeah, I blocked in. I stuck to it.
And it was packed too. It was like I never forget Jamal Dyer and Pastor Friendship. I think he got on
Shout out to
Facebook.
Dyer, man.
Like that next day, it was like that Bulldog Eastside game was like a Booker T. McLean
Yeah,
game.
it was
It was at Eastside. Everybody.
I thank Dave and Curtis. Appreciate y'all. Y'all made me who the coach I am today. Like, put that battery in my pack. Like, I prepared different and all that stuff. Yeah.
We gotta learn, man.
Yes,
gotta
sir.
learn.
Facts.
Well, listen, brothers, I appreciate y'all coming through and chopping it up with me, man.
Appreciate
First
you
real
for having us,
conversation
bro.
I got to have with you, brothers,
for
man.
sure, for sure.
I genuinely like y'all, for sure.
You too,
for
bro.
sure,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
it,
I'm going
for
to keep
sure.
tuning in. 918 Talk of the Town. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And we out of this thing.
Yes, sir.